Hello, everybody, and welcome to our YouTube channel.
Hello, everyone. This is the Foresight Pods. It's another Champions League night, and we have so many actions across all games. One thing that I love about this round of 16 is there were goals everywhere, like goals galore. I probably think that this will be one of the most scored rounds in the history of the Champions League. I'm just putting this out there, but I don't know if it's a fact. Just knowing that Chelsea had 8 goals. Chelsea game had 8 goals, and then the Barcelona game had 7 goals, and then the Atletico Madrid had 7 goals, and then the Bayern Munich game had 10 goals scored by Bayern Munich, and I'm not even talking aggregated goals scored by both teams. But again, it's been a wonderful it's been a beautiful night of football across Europe. As usual, we are going to go through all of the games that have been played today. We already previewed or provided our match reaction on the Barcelona Newcastle game. And so if you haven't seen that, please go on our YouTube channel and just search the Barcelona versus Newcastle game, which is already uploaded on the channel. So very quickly, we'll start at Anfield, where Liverpool hosted the team from Turkey, Galatasaray. And I know, Ernie, you saw that game. Yeah, what really happened? This was one chance for Galatasaray to punch beyond their weight, but they fell short on the night. What happened in that game?
Yeah. So first off, this red is for TS. It's not for Liverpool. So I'm no Liverpool fan. They're happy. Yeah, like I still love my Chelsea. It was a very straightforward game. I think it kind of keyed into one of the predictions I made like 3 or 4 episodes ago around quality. It's teams outside these big five struggle to, stamp their food in terms of gameplay, strategy, structure. Well, Osimhen got injured 10 minutes into the game. He was literally walking, holding his arm. We don't understand why he was still onto the game till first half. Like, he finished the entire half. Like, when you see these coaches and teams do these things, you just keep wondering, is it not the same football? How is Osimhen so irreplaceable? Like, he's with one, he could not even contest. So they literally played first half with 10 men, literally, because Osimhen couldn't run. He was holding his arm. Commentators were like, why is he still on the pitch? So, in as much as, yeah, they're terrible out, they're terrible away from home, like you said. And Anfield was a straightforward. To be honest, this is not an excellent, it doesn't reflect, it's not an excellent Liverpool performance. To be honest, Salah was missing chances, missed one-on-one, missed a penalty. Like, he was slow to react. Gakpo being Gakpo when he came on. There was no, Sobo, I think Sobo is the Bruno for Liverpool at this point, because everything revolves around Sobo these days, right? So
yeah,
it was a good game to watch, but it was just one-sided.
Oh, okay. So, if I hear you correctly, just want to echo what you have just said. It means that you are saying that Liverpool won not because they were good on the night, but because Galatasaray was shit.
100%. Whoever they meet next, they're out. I don't see them beating. Who are they against? Who they even pitch them against? I don't see them beating PSG.
PSG.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's a joke. But let's see, anything can happen in football, boy. Forget it. It's the end of
Just before we move to the next game, I know you made a comment about Victor Osimhen, and at the level Victor Osimhen is right now, wouldn't you see a reason why the coach will have him stay on the pitch? probably an injured Victor Osimhen is probably better than having Mario Icardi come from the bench or who eventually replaced him.
So that's where it gets crazier. That's where it gets crazier. Halftime, Osimhen walked on the pitch for the entire 30 minutes post injury and was replaced by Leroy Sané. Like, guys, Sané for Osimhen. It was at that point I just knew these folks ain't serious, man. Sané playing as 9. Icardi did not come up until the 80th minute. You see, these coaches, these young bloods, I don't understand what goes in their head. They try to think they're smart. I don't know where this whole trying to be smarter than the game. But again, that was what happened. Sané for Osimhen was a very weird substitution, but I mean, you can just think about what could have happened afterwards.
Okay. I see that it feels like you are projecting when you say this young coach because of Liam Rosina as also.
This young dogs, they are aging men on manage.
All right, let's move to the next game. In Germany, it was the Bayern Munich Atalanta game, and that game was pretty much done in the first leg. Obina, do you have a few comments on how the game ended, despite Bayern Munich went into that game without a goalkeeper?
Yeah,
first choice, second choice, third choice goalkeeper.
I'm just even looking at the lineup now. I want to first of all see who kept for them. Oh my goodness, who is this guy?
Oh, is
Jonas Orbig? Who is no? This one is 22. This one is 22. I don't know where they got this guy from. I don't know where they got him from. Sorry,
he's third choice actually.
So he was fit. Okay, that probably helped them. This is probably straightforward. I think if Bayern Munich had rotated and played the academy today, they still would have won. They had won convincingly in the first leg. This one was just, let's just wrap it up. And it was 4-1. Kane 2 goals. Lennart Karl, the player that Annie mentioned some episodes ago, that talent, he scored again. And Luis Diaz now probably has close to 25 goals for Bayern Munich. It was a very straightforward game. I think Atlanta, if they could have written to UEFA to just forfeit this match, you see the controversy that we're facing in AFCON now, saying about, Senegal walked off, so they forfeited the match, Atlanta should have probably just written to just say, we don't want to play this match. There's no point, let's just save our players for the next Serie A game. So yeah, pretty straightforward. Nothing to write home about. It was just Bayern Munich just being Bayern Munich. It was just attack versus defend. They just packed in front of the 18-yard box of Atlanta and trying all manner of shots and attacking combinations to try and score a lot more goals. But overall, just give it to Bayern. There's nothing much to add here. There was not going to be any shock here. If there was no remontada, then it could not even happen. If you've already collected 6-1 in your house, how do you do remontada away from home at Bayern Munich? So
that would be
final aggregate was 10-2.
Remontada dress, there's no way. Yeah. But then we expect that you people in the UEFA or people in FIFA, you're watching this podcast and you're watching our channel. Maybe the recommendation that Obina suggested, there should be an option for teams to just, surrender and say, hey, we forfeit the second leg, so that the other team can just preserve their energy. And,
refund fans that bought tickets, apologize to them, refund their flight ticket, just refund. Just sorry, guys. I'm so sorry for putting you through this stress of thinking there'll be a second leg. Just let's go. What's next, But yeah.
And then there was the game in England at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I think this is officially the first win for Igor Tudor. So,
it was.
Walk us through that game.
Yeah. So I was switching between both games. Kolomwani, to be honest, right? There's something there. with Kolo Muani. I keep saying there's something there. There's something that, like, if you see Kolo Muani play, you know there's something there, but you just can't place it. You can't reach it, but you know there's something there. It was a well-poor performance by Tottenham. I think it's one of the best. I mean, the few games, so Xavi Simon coming in. I mean, even if he scored one and it was a penalty.
Scored a penalty at the end.
Yeah, the winning goal. Lookman assisted Alvarez for the first goal. I think it was Atletico again is the same. I don't know, man. There's this inconsistency with flow. There is no definition, or I suspect the Atletico definition of football is it has outlived his lifespan. If it's energy, teams would invest in, and you cannot outrun everybody in the world. You cannot play this jama aggressive, bro. Where your aggression reaches, where another person's aggression starts, right? But again, Igor nice mentality. I expected the entire team to just feel down, but they went in there, got a win, good for their boost. Hopefully, when they play in the Premier League, they can get some balls. It was a fairly balanced game. The few in and out was not so much is happening, to be honest. It's that kind of game, right? Yeah, but it was good.
I want to add on that, you know.
Go on.
Julian Alvarez he scored and then he assisted the corner kick. The one that Atletico Madrid, Hanko scored from the corner kick. Yeah. Again, like I know even before we came, we were recording, we're mentioning that some of the errors from the first leg, like for example, if you had just played Vicario as the goalkeeper, and Tottenham would probably have gotten a better result. Yeah, and you come to the second leg.
That would have been that would have been -3 goals from the first game.
You remember exactly. 2 goals. So you start off with 3-0 in like 15 minutes in the first leg. How do you want to come back? So you've already created a massive mountain to climb. So I think all of those issues that happened in the first leg, he kind of arrested them in the second leg. He had Van de Ven, Romero, he put Vicario in, Xavi Simons played. So it felt like this was the lineup today is the lineup that should have played last week. And even if they lost, it would not have been that manner. And then you can come back home, you know, and just truly go for it. And as I was mentioning to Dan before we started recording, I was even saying that, you know, most of the teams in the Champions League so far, they are taking advantage of like that home advantage and making use of it. The only exception was probably Man City, which we're going to talk about very soon. But and every Chelsea. Other team, and Chelsea. And Chelsea. You know, like use your home, like your fans are there. They are the 12 players. Go for it. And Tottenham, and he said, you know, this was the best performance. 2 weeks ago, we were already writing. The writing was on the wall for Tudor to be sacked. But now they went to Liverpool. They got a result in the Premier League. They've now gotten his first victory. And on the weekend, they get another good result before the international break. I think there is some momentum building for Tottenham, and hopefully they can use that to stave off relegation and, you know, continue moving forward.
Yeah, so their next game is against Nottingham Forest on Sunday. And then after the international break, which kind of disrupt the momentum if they win the next game, they play Sunderland, one of the most physical teams in the Premier League. Do you see a silver lining for Igor Tudor's Tottenham in the Premier League?
I mean, look, I think I can mention that Liverpool results did them a whole world of good. You know, I think they deployed it was like a 4-4-2 kind of formation. They went all out. Everybody expected them to lose, and just getting that result and staying away from that relegation zone would have helped them. You know, I had mentioned on this podcast that if at any point during the weekend the results went against them and Tottenham was to appear in that relegation zone, mentally and psychologically would really affect them. Just imagine as a player or as a club, you just see you on your 18th. But now That draw has kept them away from there. Can they go on to play very well against Sunderland and Nottingham Forest? I think they can. I think they can get a result against Nottingham Forest. It's probably going to be one of the best battles you will see this Premier League season, because let's forget the top 4 battle where Chelsea and Manchester United are slugging it out every single.
Chelsea, bro.
Okay, sorry. I apologize for calling Chelsea. They've agreed not to go to Champions League. They want to go to Conference League. So, but this relegation battle is something that is very interesting to watch. Nottingham Forest have a lot at stake, so I think it will be a very good battle. Anybody that kind of wins that game, I think, will probably avoid relegation. If Tottenham should go there and if they should lose to Nottingham Forest, I think it will. The next run of games they still have to play, I believe, Chelsea, I think Aston Villa. I think they have to play some pretty big games. So getting that win over Nottingham Forest will set them up well. Beat Nottingham Forest and they stay up. Don't beat Nottingham Forest, and it can be a very, very tough one for them. But yeah, hopefully that I don't want to see them go down. I like the rivalry they have with Arsenal. Look, I'm an Arsenal fan. I like that rivalry. I don't want to see them go down. But if they go down, can you imagine that stadium, all the money that they're making, and they're down there in Championship playing Portsmouth, Sheffield Wednesday, Charlton Athletic, Hull City, Swansea. It'll be bad.
I hope with how terrible Chelsea is right now, the London derby that we will be looking forward to will not just be Arsenal versus West Ham or any of those other London.
Bro, if Chelsea and West Ham go down, they'll be only the Arsenal Fulham. Yeah, Arsenal Fulham, Arsenal Brentford. I beg. Oh no, it's true. It's only with Chelsea, because no, Chelsea will be there. Chelsea.
Okay. So,
I feel sorry for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Let us stay in England and quickly go to the game against the game between Real Madrid and Man City at the Etihad. Obina, take that away.
Wow, what a game! First of all, if you look at the social media posts from Manchester City, it was remontada. They were showing different clips. I don't know if you guys remember when Manchester City won with that last minute Aguero goal, the one where they were down 2-0 and then they came back. Man City were just showing, the QPR game that they came out 1-3-2. They were just showing different clips of how they came back, even against Aston Villa. There was a season where they were, I think, either level of points or just a point ahead of Liverpool. And then final game of the season, they were down 2-0 to Aston Villa. Coutinho scored second goal for Aston Villa. And Man City came back and they won 3-2. They were doing all that. Bernardo Silva they use him as a star of a particular post. They put him wearing kind of like some
armor.
Kind of super,
armor, soldier armor, and all
like a soldier armor. They were
epic
all
stuff.
It was supposed to be an epic night, and some minutes into the first half, Bernardo Silva gets a red card for a deliberate handball using his arm. Just put his arm, and then boom, he gets a red card, and that was the end of the match. That just whatever plan they had ended there. With that red card, the penalty, Vinicius finally converted the penalty after missing one in the first leg. To be honest, beginning of the game, Man City started the same way they did at Bernabeu. They were just pressing high, lots of half chances, I'll give it to Man City. When they know how to attack, and Doku is a player that will always worry anybody. He was just worrying Trent. They did all that. It didn't lead to a goal. But the moment Madrid had that chance to score, you know how Madrid used to play. Madrid, you just blink your eye and the next thing they've had a chance. Like you don't see them. They don't do 1 million passes. They don't need to do 100 passes. Very quickly they have a chance. They got a chance. Bernardo Silva, handball, red card, penalty, Vinicius scores. Haaland comes again and makes it 1-1. So there was some kind of hope. And I'll give it to Man City. With 10 men, they were still playing well. They were going for it. Yeah. They got 2 goals that were disallowed. And in the, just through that second half, they were just going on and on. Towards the end of the game, let me not say towards the end of the game, maybe middle of the second half, or it looked like Pep was beginning to think about the Carabao Cup final. He removed Haaland. He removed some other players. I think he wanted to bring in some other players. Let me see. It's looking like this game is out of sight. So let me just start preparing for Carabao Cup and final. They huffed and puffed, trying everything. And then Vinicius again. Vinicius scored. He came and he did his cry. He did the cry kind of celebration to Man City fans, teasing them, taunting them. Man City won 2-1, and surprisingly, I think that's the surprise of that's the surprise result of this round in the Champions League. Many people predicted a Manchester City victory, and today they are out of the Champions League. So that's my overall thoughts.
To be honest, Man City will look back to this game and they will feel really sad that they haven't won both legs of this game, just because of some individual errors and maybe some form of luck that was running against them. I will come to you shortly. Mm-hmm. If you watched the game yesterday, because I did go back to watch that game again, and you would see that if there was no red card in that game yesterday, which was very unfortunate, a player like Bernardo Silva should know better and just allow that go. If that red card wasn't there, they could easily have actually scored Madrid 3 goals yesterday. You can never rule out Real Madrid scoring out of nowhere. If there were a couple of chances, if Vinicius has also converted, they probably would have won that game by like 3-1 or 4-1. Same way when Mbappe came in, again, you could tell that he was not match fit, but those are chances that he could easily convert on a separate day. To your point about Pep resting players against the Carabao Cup, I think Pep is too big for the Carabao Cup. I'm sorry to say. You might need the Carabao Cup more than Pep, but he needed to try something. Haaland was involved in almost all the attacks in the first half, and it was in between Rudiger and I don't know who played the second centre back for Madrid, but Rudiger was being Rudiger yesterday. He was being rude. He put in those terrible tackles, but Haaland found a way to find space to, at least get some shots on target. I think Doku should be more decisive. You are playing against Alexander-Arnold. Even Garnacho should be able to go past Alexander-Arnold. But then he made all of those runs on a good day. If they were 11 against 11, they could have scored a couple of them. So I think when he took off Haaland, he brought Semenyo and I think he brought one more at Mamouche. He brought two attacking players, and I guess he wanted to try something else. One player that I want to especially call out for Man City was Kushanov, their defender. He hasn't had the best of Man City experience since he joined. I remember his debut game, and I think Pep had to take him off. It was horrible. But yesterday, I think Kushanov is the man of the match for Man City, or was the man of the match for Man City, because he was everywhere. At some point, he was the only centre back playing for Man City. And because of his pace, Vinicius was not able to take that game to 3 or 4-0, So I really need to call out Kushanov. But
he's very fast.
You were going to say something.
He's very fast.
Really fast. And I think that Pep always deliberately puts him when there's a fast striker that they're playing against.
Yeah. So I was just going to make a comment on, you keep forgetting Madrid heritage. It's Champions League heritage, but these guys they have an eternal stake on that.
Heritage. What happened last season? Didn't they? Every time
does not mean you win it every year. Heritage means you are a threat every year. That's the truth. That's heritage. Heritage, you don't have to win it every year. In England,
does Chelsea have heritage?
Honestly, in England, as crazy as it sounds, Liverpool is UCL heritage. No cap.
I agree. No, Liverpool is UCL heritage. Liverpool
UCL
is
heritage. Chelsea, UCL heritage.
Stop. I beg.
Chelsea's World Club Championship.
Yes.
World Club Cup.
Yes, please let's stop. Let's not say that.
No, now wait now. Liverpool, heritage, Manchester United, Nottingham Forest, Villa. I'm above those two clubs. I don't understand what you're saying, bro.
Let's first define what is heritage. When you say heritage, define it, and then let's now go back to these clubs.
It means someone who has done so well in this competition and has earned some sort of cult following and cult fear when they are playing. That's the truth.
So when
are you Chelsea calling Chelsea?
I think honestly, not now, but I have it over Arsenal all day, bro.
Let's be guided, please. Let's know. You don't have it over Arsenal in the Premier League. You don't have it over Arsenal in the FA Cup. You don't have it over Arsenal anywhere in England.
The Champions League. Guys.
The Champions League is just one.
I've won it twice. How can I say one? Who is this person now?
They won it twice, but you don't have what Madrid has, please.
Oh no. I was giving breakdown levels.
Okay, you guys have Madrid have heritage, yeah.
No, Madrid has. So again, I was talking about that Madrid heritage. So it would be crazy if Pep thought it was going to work. Even if you were coaching that Madrid team, anybody playing Madrid in the Champions League would be worried, right? Because in speak of moment, things can happen. But yeah, good game by the way, and wish Pep all the best on Sunday.
Sorry, guys. You go ahead because I was going to
add that. You know, Man City and Madrid have played a few times now in Champions League, and there was one season where Man City trashed them. Like this one was like proper trashing, and then the next season it was like this, but it got to penalties. It was very close. It got to penalties, and then Real Madrid won. And across all those games, it's Man City dominating possession, having lots of chances. It's like, but with Madrid, you know, maybe it's just Courtois, because Courtois was just making some kind of saves that you just be like, come on, like it should actually be a goal. The XG is 1.5, but by the time, but he will somehow save it. Like, how are you doing that? You can't be making all kind of insane saves. And for you as a player, you will get frustrated. You're trying all these things, it's not working. So, you know, I give it to Madrid. Somehow they've done it. Will they do it against Bayern Munich? We'll see.
Problem.
All right, guys. Quick takes here. I just need who's gonna win. You guys have seen the draws for the next round. PSG Liverpool. Who's going through?
Quara, that Quara boy.
That
boy from Quara. Again, I think PSG going. Not the way if Liverpool play where they play today. I'm serious. Not last week. They play where they play today. What I watched, bro. There's nothing there, man. There's nothing.
Okay.
I see PSG going through both games.
It's PSG.
Real Madrid, Bayern Munich.
Bro.
I don't even know what to say.
Honestly, it's scary. Sorry, guys. We literally are pausing. But on like form for form, this should be an easy win for Bayern. But
Bayern need to get a goalkeeper. They need to get a goalkeeper.
No, by then, this guy will be back.
Hopefully,
Neuer's will be back.
Yeah.
Or Neuer himself will be back. But again, by form, we should not even be scared. But you see now, court heritage is affecting two of you. Now you're like, oh my god.
I can't tell because
we just have Mbappe and Vinicius do everything, and they probably might just sneak in a win.
Yeah.
Somehow I like this team without Mbappe. Like I like the way they are set up now because it's almost like everybody's working hard, and even though Vinicius is working hard, he's not going to work as hard as the rest of the team. But when you now bring in Mbappe, it's now two players that are more you know, so they will not press as effectively as when they have this setup kind of works for them. You now bring in Mbappe, throwing Bellingham, and it feels like too many cooks in the kitchen. So
Exactly.
I don't know. I really do not know.
That's usually their challenge because Mbappe becomes the focal point and they play to him. But when it's not there, people like Valverde, Adegola, those guys can even do things themselves, express themselves the way they want to. So we say Bayern Munich here, or you guys are giving Madrid with their heritage?
It's a very, very tough one. It's extremely, I really don't know, but I think Bayern will get it. I think Bayern will. I think they will. Again, it's just that Bayern is much more organized than this Man City, than this Madrid team too. So all those chances that Vinicius was having, it will take a lot for them to just have those kind of chances. I will give it to Bayern.
Okay, so Bayern takes that one. Or Spanish affair, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid.
Oh, that is a Barca straight, both legs. How to shout out with that,
bro? Again, I don't know any Copa del Rey. Didn't they just finish playing it?
I watched the Copa del Rey.
4-0 first leg. They won first leg 4-0. Barca won 3-0.
Yeah,
second leg.
That game was just.
If they've extended that second leg by 5 minutes, Barcelona will have won that game. So I mean, they will settle it the way they always settle their domestic.
Yeah. And again, there might be surprises though, but again, I pick Barca going through.
I think I'll go with Atletico.
Yeah,
I'll go with Atletico. I'll go with Atletico. The high line that these guys deploy to get against Newcastle, I think Atletico will just be able to defend better. They don't have the offensive superiority of Barcelona, but I think Atletico can organize themselves enough to beat Barcelona. But again, this is another close one. I can't tell. Like I'll go with Atletico. Atletico for me, I think they might just nick it.
You see what this guy is doing? He wants to beat Sporting and meet that. Why are you like this, bro? Like, have some pride.
It's not.
Someone was listening now. Someone who doesn't know what the draws look like will be like, oh my god, this guy is so nice. No, you're not. Wow.
You know what? We're just going to put him on the spot right now. This is another close game between Sporting and Arsenal. Obina, what is your prediction? Who goes through?
Sporting is good.
I think Arsenal will do it. We'll work hard as a team. We'll put in all our effort. We'll train hard. We'll do our very best.
Get the set pieces right.
Get the set pieces right, just to put it and just to push and then beat Sporting Lisbon. What someone said the other day that on Twitter that our players are scoring against their former teams. Eze scored against Palace. Rice scored against West Ham. Gyökeres, you're playing against Sporting Lisbon.
Please.
Gyökeres, let's just go there.
Don't even finish what you are saying.
do like that first and second leg, and let's wrap it up. Okay, so that's where I'll edit there.
Now, before we end this quick take session, this is the ultimate quick take. Can we say that, except Liverpool, the winner from the left-hand side of the draws wins the Champions League?
You didn't whine me. What kind of, when I stand on the right side, I should just like which kind trick question you try to set? As how now?
As how. Okay, this was the reaction I was trying to trigger. So I guess it worked. So I guess Obina thinks that Arsenal is going to still maintains that Arsenal is winning the Champions League and the quadruple.
It starts with
you should say yes. You should don't just give us the.
It's one game at a time. Sunday,
one final at a time.
One final at a time. Let's do the job on Sunday. Then we'll be back here to celebrate.
But you guys lose on Sunday, bro.
Why are you saying if you lose on Sunday? Is it not Carabao Cup? Carabao Cup?
Wow, it's Sunday.
Carabao Cup. It's Carabao Cup now.
Yeah, no.
Like it's supposed to be the lowest cup.
Okay.
You know what? We're going there. We want to win. That's the goal. We want to win. But again, we're taking it one game at a time.
Humble.
We're humble.
All right, it's a wrap, everyone. Thank you guys for your analysis on all of the Champions League games across Europe. For our viewers, we want you guys to drop your thoughts on and your predictions on who we go through or who win the Champions League. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to see more football reactions, more debates. It's still the 4 Side Pods. See you in the next video.